A white supremacist has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole in the fatal shooting of 10 black people last year. The guilty Peyton Gendron has pleaded guilty to a total of 15 state charges, including murder and terrorism motivated by hate, stemming from the May 14th mass shooting in Buffalo. According to reports, Gendron still faces federal charges that could result in a death sentence if prosecutors choose to seek it. One person has been killed and 3 wounded in Texas mall shooting. According to police in El Paso, 1 person has been taken into custody. The 3 wounded have been hospitalized. The police has stated that the scene is secure and that officers are sweeping through the whole mall to verify the same. The Cielo Vista Mall is next to the Walmart store, where a gunman killed 23 people in August of 2019. Two men have been charged with gun-related crimes in connection to a Central Florida drive-by shooting that left 11 people wounded last month. The charged Nicholas Quinton Hansen and Marcus Dion Mobley Jr. were arrested and charged with possessing a firearm and ammunition as a convicted felon. Though the motives of the shooting have not been revealed, but the officials have previously called it a targeted attack. If convicted, they each could spend up to 15 years in federal prison. A third man connected to the shooting was shot by police on February 6th following a long chase and a carjacking. At least 2 people were killed following a Black Hawk helicopter crash in Alabama. Tennessee's Adjutant General Brigadier General Warner Ross said in a statement, "We ask Tennesseans to join us in supporting their families during this time of unthinkable grief." According to the Madison County Sheriff's Office, there were no injuries to anyone on the ground when the helicopter crashed. At least 12 civilians were injured as Russia continues its strikes in Ukraine. Ukrainian city of Pokrovsk is the latest to be hit, which had a pre-war population of 60,000. The governor of the city has stated that at least 2 more civilians are trapped under the rubble of a 5-story building which was struck down by Russian forces. Ukrainian Defense Minister Alexei Reznikov said he was confident Western countries will supply fighter jets to Kiev to help fight Russia's invasion, even though some have been cool on the idea so far. In an interview in Brussels, Reznikov noted that Ukraine's allies had already ended up providing a range of Western weapon systems after initially saying they would not do so. Reznikov said Zelensky had asked him to remain as defense minister and hoped the future role of leading a legal battle to ensure Russian war crimes are punished would come after the end of the war. Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson visited Kiev and expressed Sweden's support of Ukraine's EU integration. The Prime Minister said that they will do everything in their power to ensure Ukraine's rightful future as a member of the European Union. He told Kiev that they are European and they belong to Europe and to the EU. Volodymyr Zelensky, Ukraine's president, hoped that the talks on his country's EU membership could begin this year. Sweden currently holds the EU's rotating presidency. France Foreign Minister Catherine Colonna holds talks with senior Chinese diplomat Wang Yi in Paris. Meeting was aimed at keeping an open dialogue with China as Western powers try to convince it to put pressure on Russia to end its war against Ukraine. Now, according to reports, the discussions are also likely to cover the Indo-Pacific region. The Chinese Foreign Ministry said Wang is also planning to visit several countries, including Italy, Hungary, and Russia. In a first such visit since the Syrian conflict between the two neighbors, Jordan's foreign minister, Ayman Safadi, arrived in Damascus. The two have long been at odds over regional issues. According to reports, the visit to show solidarity after the recent earthquake will be followed by one to Turkey. Safadi's visit will focus on humanitarian needs and how Jordan, a neighbor that hosts tens of thousands of Syrian refugees, can help in the ongoing relief operations. Sara Sadat, an Iranian chess player, has stated that she has no regrets after she competed without her hijab in a tournament. The 25-year-old further stated that it was a gesture in support of the protest movement against her country's clerical leadership. Khadem arrived in Spain in January on a residence visa linked to the purchase of property. She stated that Iranian authorities had told her to record a video saying that she regretted her actions as a condition of returning home. After her refusal to do so, the Iranian player had an arrest warrant issued against her in Iran. A group-wide IT system failure at a Lufthansa flight left thousands of passengers stranded. The German airline blamed underground engineering works at a railway station in Frankfurt that reportedly cutting several fiber optical cables. Photos and videos from several German airports showed thousands of passengers waiting to be checked in. The IT system failure comes 2 days ahead of planned strikes at 7 German airports that are expected to lead to major disruptions, including potentially at the Munich Security Conference, where world leaders are expected to gather. David Malpass will be stepping down as president of the World Bank. This comes nearly 4 years after former President Donald Trump nominated him to run the 189-nation agency. Malpass, an economist, earlier served as U.S. Undersecretary of the Treasury for International Affairs. Malpass has been a critic of the World Bank. He argued that it had focused too much on its own expansion and not enough on its core mission of fighting poverty.